Hi, this is Rick. I'm here in the studio. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Rick Surowicz Watercolor. At any time during this video, you can click on the link in the lower right-hand corner to subscribe to my channel. If you enjoy it, be sure to like it and share it with your friends. If you want to learn more about my YouTube videos, my self-paced courses, or my online instruction, you can click on the links that appear at the end of the video. This is the subject I'll be working with today in this video. It's a simple little house with some trees around it. It looks like it's springtime, and so the leaves are starting to come out. I might embellish that just a little bit. And it's a 8 by 10 on 140-pound cold pressed Coral watercolor paper, and it's in portrait format. And I'm working at about a 20-degree angle. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to mix a yellow green here. I've got permanent green number 1. I'm going to put a little hands of yellow maybe in there. And I'm going to take a little bit of my, this is mauve, and I'm just going to tone that down a little bit. So move across the color wheel, and I'm going to start to put some of this yellow green into where the tree's at. And you can see that's toned down a little bit. It's more of a semi-neutral yellow-green. And some of that overhangs onto the house. I'll put a little of that in there. And let's see. I'll take just a touch. Get a little brighter. Throw just a little of that in there. Maybe some gamboge. Get a little bit warmer yellow. And just, like I said, some of that overhangs the house. Some of it comes up here. And that just kind of comes on down. And I'll deal with that a little bit. Over here, we just kind of have some of the little bits of leaves starting to come out. I'm going to just put maybe a little bulkier indication of that. And now I'm going to take some, I'll take cerulean blue. Got quite a bit there, don't need quite that much. Add some water to that. And I'm going to bring some of this down. I'm using a silver black velvet wash brush here. It's jumbo round small is the brush. I'll put a little bit of that in there. Some of that coming through there. Alright, let's see. Get a little more of that. Okay, as I get down in here, the green's a little darker. I'm going to take some sap green, maybe a little rose madder. Take that into here. There's a little darker mixture. I'm going to take a little bit of my royal blue, add to that. A little more red to tone that down, make it a little bit more of a semi-neutral. And I'm going to lift out a little bit. Let's see, we've got a kind of a picket fence feature there, so I'm going to try and pick that up a little bit. Get some of this extra moisture out of there. There's a big bead of water. the picket fence. Let's see, we'll take a little of this yellow green maybe here. Again, I'm going to lift a little bit. And got a little bush or something right there. Now this has a fence and some things going over here that really don't interest me, so I'm going to change that up a little bit. I'm going to bring some more plant life down here. And there's a shrub right here, and I think I'm gonna take that all the way across. It kind of ends right here, but I'm gonna take that all the way across. I'm going to get some sap green, put a little rose madder in there, and we'll hit the bottom. Actually, I think I'm going to go a little stronger with some alizarin crimson. I'm just taking that all the way across. We'll get a little darker. I'm going to take some royal blue, a little rose madder, and I'll hit down at the base a little bit. I'm going to break that up. I don't want to just draw a line going across. And let's see. I want just a little bit more of a red tone. Right at the base to kind of suggest the more of the dirt. Thin that out a little bit. And I'll lift out a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to dry that. Get a little darker in this bush, only a little separation from the top of that shrub. Alright, let's see. I think we'll stick with that. So now I'm going to take my hairdryer, I'm going to give this a dry. Okay, I've dried that, and see, there's an area here I want to get where you're seeing through the porch. I want to get that. And see, it's a door. I'm going to take a little bit of this lighter, this warmer tone. A little bit of reddish tint, get the top of that bush. And now, let's see, take a little raw sienna, touch of, let's see, rose madder maybe, a little blue, a little cobalt blue. And a touch more of red, rose madder. And I'm just going to put a wash along this sidewalk. I want that to be just a little more neutral. Just keeping that pretty simple. And I'm going to take a rigger brush. See some of my cerulean, some of my raw sienna. Take a little burnt sienna, a little ultramarine blue, and I'm going to put some of these tree trunk in here. I'm going to leave some interruptions in this because there's leaves. Leaves cover some of this. You can't just show the whole trunk if you've got foliage in front of it. Some of it's going to be overlap. Sometimes people make that mistake. They paint a big stick for the tree trunk, making it look like there's no foliage on the one side, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. Got all kinds of branches coming here, so. Let's see. Oh, just a variety of branches. Put those in there. Now once again, I'm going to dry what I've got on here. Okay. So everything's dry, and I'm going to take a round brush here, and I'll take a little bit of a little ultramarine blue, burnt sienna, maybe a little raw sienna. Just want some neutral tones. That's kind of a gray. It's warmer. Get a little more ultramarine blue in this. Yeah, there's a tendency sometimes, I think, when you see a white house, you just try to leave it, and there's parts of it that leave white, but if you look at this is a lighter value, and I'm using both warm and cool colors. I'll leave a little bit of that, but the light's hitting the side of this. Alright. So I want to go a little darker under here. Got shadow under here. And we probably have a little shadow here. Kind of a porch feature here. I'm just going to put that in shadow and leave a little bit of a light hitting there. And then I've got, this is all in shadow here. I'm going to go along this fence a little bit. Okay, once again, I'm gonna dry what I just put down there. Okay, so that's dry. I'm gonna take this is a 4 round brush. I'll take a little bit of that ultramarine blue. Some of these warmer colors I have over here, burnt sienna, raw sienna. And let's see, I'm gonna make kind of a blue-gray in this window. Maybe leave a little bit of light reflecting. And some this blue. And then this, will make it a little warmer and just a shade darker. We have a little light reflecting in there. Put my window in. And then over here, I'm just going to make a couple marks. We have a window here, another one here, maybe something up here. Doesn't take much, but just a little bit of a line. And I'm going to go darker in here. We've got a little bit of a screen door here where you can see the windows. Or maybe it's not a screen door, it's some type of a door. Darker up here. Okay, probably want to go a little darker down here. Okay, now I'm going to dry that. Alright, so now I want to get some darker values going in this, and I'm going to take some green. It's a sap green. I'm going to take some pyro red. Keep it on a little bit more on the warm side. And I'm going to drop a little bit of that in here. You actually can see through here a little bit. A little darker. I want to get darker over here as well. Gonna leave it like I see the yard there. And I'm going to take a little of that in here. Leave that. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my yellow green, a little bit of yellow in it. And get a little stronger up here. Come over here. Let me, I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to put a few marks here on this walk. Okay, let me dry this. Okay, that's dry. I'm going to take a little, I think, burnt orange. This is a royal blue. Just want a dark tone. And I want to catch the top edge of the roof. You start to see that the structure a little better. Starts to get lost in all this. So little areas where it'll be covered and breaks of it coming through. And let's see, I want to get a little darker. A little darker value. Pick some of that up. Okay, I'm gonna going to go ahead and dry this again. Okay, so I'm going to put a few touches of some little branches in this right here. All right. Let me just give this a quick dry. Okay, so this is all dry. I'm going to take my pickup eraser. I'm going to remove these areas of where I have masking fluid. This is where I splattered some masking fluid. Now you can see those light highlights. So what I'd like to do is I'll take a brighter color. There's some hands of yellow. Here's a little permanent green, number 1. Maybe a little quinacridone gold. I'll just grab a variety of colors there. And thin that out a little bit. And just touched a glaze over some of those areas. I'm going to get a little more green in there. Put a little of that in here. Creates a little sparkle in things. Get a little of that down here. And then I'm going to take some of this kind of a middle value green, and now I'm going to just hit a little bit of that into things, and maybe a little bit down here. I always like to add a little bit of splatter if I can in my painting. Now let me give that a quick dry. Okay, I've got that dry, and that's probably where I'm going to stop. It's just a simple little painting, little 8x10, just having a little fun, throwing some paint around, and just trying to capture a little bit of the personality of the surroundings. So I hope you enjoyed that.